The 12 Apostles of Jesus hold a special place in the hearts of Christians worldwide. They were the chosen ones, hand-picked by Jesus to spread his teachings and establish the early church. Their lives were marked by profound faith, immense sacrifices, and extraordinary endings that inspire and motivate believers to this day. Exploring the mysteries and endings of these apostles offers a deep insight into the Christian faith and provides a compelling narrative of devotion and transformation. The calling of the 12 apostles is a story of divine selection and human response. Each apostle was chosen by Jesus from diverse backgrounds, symbolizing the universal nature of his message. Peter, Andrew, James, and John were fishermen. Matthew was a tax collector. Simon the Zealot was a political activist. This diversity showcases that Jesus' call transcends societal norms and personal histories. The apostles left everything behind to follow Jesus, demonstrating an unwavering commitment that every Christian is called to emulate. Peter, the rock of the church. Peter, originally named Simon, was a fisherman from Bethsaida. Jesus gave him the name Peter, Petros, meaning rock, to signify his foundational role in the church. Peter is often considered the leader of the apostles due to his prominent presence in the Gospels and the Acts of the Apostles. He famously confessed Jesus as the Messiah and was present at key moments, such as the Transfiguration and Jesus' agony in Gethsemane. Despite his initial denial of Jesus during the Passion, Peter's repentance and subsequent leadership were pivotal. After Jesus' resurrection, Peter became a central figure in the early church, preaching boldly at Pentecost and performing miracles. According to tradition, Peter was martyred in Rome under Emperor Nero, crucified upside down at his own request because he felt unworthy to die in the same manner as Jesus. His legacy is immense, with the Catholic Church considering him the first pope. James the Greater, the first martyr. James the Greater, the son of Zebedee and Salome and the brother of John, was part of Jesus' inner circle along with Peter and John. Known for his fiery temperament, he and his brother were nicknamed Sons of Thunder by Jesus. James was present at significant events, such as the Transfiguration and Jesus' prayer in Gethsemane. After Jesus' ascension, James played a vital role in the Jerusalem church. He was the first apostle to be martyred, executed by King Herod Agrippa I around 44 AD. His martyrdom is recorded in Acts 12, 1-2. James's legacy includes being the patron saint of Spain, where tradition holds he preached, and where his relics are believed to be enshrined in Santiago de Compostela, a major pilgrimage site. John, the Apostle of Love. John, the brother of James the Greater, was also a son of Zebedee. He is traditionally identified as the beloved disciple and is credited with writing the Gospel of John, 3 epistles, and the book of Revelation. John had a close, unique relationship with Jesus, being present at the Transfiguration, the Last Supper, and the Crucifixion, where Jesus entrusted him with the care of Mary, his mother. John played a significant role in the early church and was known for his emphasis on love and truth in his writings. According to tradition, John was the only apostle to die of natural causes, living to an old age in Ephesus. His legacy as a theologian and witness to Jesus' life and resurrection remains profound. Andrew, the apostle to the cross. Andrew, Peter's brother, was originally a disciple of John the Baptist before following Jesus. Known for his enthusiasm in introducing others to Christ, he brought Peter to Jesus and later pointed out the boy with the loaves and fishes at the feeding of the 5,000. After the resurrection, Andrew is believed to have preached in various regions, including Greece and Asia Minor. Tradition holds that he was martyred in Patras, Greece, crucified on an X-shaped cross, St. Andrew's Cross. His legacy includes being the patron saint of Scotland and Russia, symbolizing missionary zeal and evangelism. Philip, the evangelist. Philip, from Bethsaida, like Peter and Andrew, was known for his practical and questioning nature. He was instrumental in introducing Nathanael, Bartholomew, to Jesus. Philip's interactions with Jesus, such as asking about the logistics of feeding the 5,000, reveal his practical mindset. After the resurrection, Philip preached in regions including Greece, Syria, and Phrygia. Tradition holds that he was martyred in Hierapolis, crucified upside down. His legacy is marked by his evangelistic efforts and his role in spreading Christianity in various regions. Bartholomew, the witness to the ends of the earth. Bartholomew, also known as Nathanael, was initially skeptical about Jesus, but quickly became a devoted follower after Jesus demonstrated his supernatural knowledge of him. He is mentioned in the Synoptic Gospels and the Gospel of John. According to tradition, Bartholomew preached in India, Mesopotamia, Parthia, and Armenia. His martyrdom was particularly brutal. He was flayed alive and then beheaded in Albanopolis, Armenia. Bartholomew's legacy is remembered for his unwavering faith and his missionary work in challenging territories. Thomas, the doubting believer. Thomas, also known as Didymus, is famously known as Doubting Thomas, due to his initial skepticism about Jesus' resurrection. However, his subsequent declaration of faith, "My Lord and my God," is one of the most profound confessions in the New Testament. Thomas's dedication is evident in his willingness to follow Jesus to Judea despite the dangers. According to tradition, he preached in Parthia, Persia, and India, where he established Christian communities. Thomas was martyred in Mylapore, India, speared to death. He is often regarded as the patron saint of India, symbolizing faith and missionary zeal. Matthew, the tax collector turned evangelist. Matthew, also known as Levi, was a tax collector before being called by Jesus. His profession made him a social outcast, but Jesus' call transformed him into a devoted disciple. Matthew authored the Gospel of Matthew, emphasizing Jesus as the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies. After the resurrection, Matthew preached in Judea, Parthia, and Ethiopia. Tradition holds that he was martyred in Hierapolis, possibly killed with a halberd. His legacy includes his detailed gospel account and his transformation from a tax collector to an apostle, symbolizing redemption and dedication. James the Lesser, the silent witness. James the Less, the son of Alphaeus, is sometimes identified with James the Just, a prominent leader in the Jerusalem church. His exact relationship to Jesus is debated, but he is often considered a relative, possibly a cousin. James the Less played a significant role in maintaining harmony between Jewish and Gentile Christians. According to tradition, he was martyred around 62 AD, thrown from the pinnacle of the temple and then stoned and clubbed to death. His legacy is marked by his leadership, piety, and dedication to the early Christian community. Jude Thaddeus, the patron of lost causes. Thaddeus, also known as Judas, son of James, or Lebbaeus, is one of the lesser-known apostles. He is traditionally associated with the authorship of the Epistle of Jude. After the resurrection, Thaddeus preached in Mesopotamia, Syria, and Armenia. According to tradition, he was martyred around 65 AD, possibly by arrows or being beaten to death with clubs. His legacy is remembered for his evangelistic efforts and his association with the Epistle of Jude, emphasizing faith and moral integrity. Simon the Zealot, the passionate disciple. Simon the Zealot, also known as Simon the Cananean, was likely associated with the Zealots, a Jewish revolutionary group. Despite his revolutionary background, Simon's encounter with Jesus transformed him into a dedicated apostle. After the resurrection, Simon preached in regions including Egypt, North Africa, and Persia. Tradition holds that he was martyred around 74 AD in Persia, possibly sawn in half or crucified. Simon's legacy is marked by his zealous dedication to the gospel and his missionary work in challenging regions. Judas Iscariot, the tragic betrayer. Judas Iscariot is infamous for betraying Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Despite being chosen as one of the 12 apostles and serving as the group's treasurer, his motivations for betrayal are complex and debated, including greed and disillusionment. Judas's remorse led him to return the silver and ultimately take his own life. His death is recorded differently in the Gospels and Acts, reflecting his tragic end. Judas's legacy serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of betrayal and the importance of faithfulness and integrity.